Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World ranking video. Today we're ranking the most important factor of the Jurassic World trilogy, the hybrid dinosaurs. While we didn't get to see any official hybrids in the Jurassic Park trilogy, we saw plenty of these customized specimens across Jurassic World. Alive and on screen, there were a total of 4 hybrid dinosaurs that appeared in Jurassic canon, but 7 hybrids were technically in creation that we can see throughout the movies. Today, we're going to go over all 7 and rank them from worst to best in my own opinion. So if you disagree, then let me know how you would rank these 7 creatures in the comments below. We've done a few of these over the last months on the channel, so feel free to check out other rankings from me about this franchise. But for now, let's sit down and get to work discussing which was the best hybrid dinosaur in Jurassic World. In the fictional universe of Jurassic World, hybrid dinosaurs were introduced as part of the ongoing genetic experimentation conducted by the scientists at the park. The idea behind creating hybrid dinosaurs was to offer visitors something new and exciting, while also pushing the boundaries of genetic engineering. This was the next logical step for the people running Jurassic World. Dinosaurs have been around for decades now, and, as Claire said, they need more wow factor. So up came the hybrids. But they weren't just planned for display. Some of them were just merely tests, and some of them were made for military purposes. A total of 4 hybrids got to the stage of being made and living, but 3 unreleased hybrids were also spotted within these movies. And this is what we're going to begin the list with. For a split second throughout Jurassic World, we can make out what looks to be a hybrid dinosaur that takes the main shape of a Pachycephalosaurus. Now, this isn't the only one that appears like this. Based on its design, there doesn't really seem to be too much about it from what we can see on the screen. It just seems to be a Pachycephalosaurus with a slight hump on its back, and that's pretty much it. So, because of what we can see, I'm ranking this species as the worst of them all. But, up next, we have a hybrid that almost made its way into appearing into Jurassic World, that being the Stegoceratops. Stegoceratops was initially planned to appear in Jurassic World and would have had Owen and Claire stumble upon him in the middle of the forest, making them question what other experiments Dr. Wu has been up to. Kind of in a similar way as to when Billy and Alan tried to identify the Spinosaurus back in Jurassic Park 3, and they later realised that it wasn't on InGen's list of dinosaur species. However, due to the director's son thinking that it would take the prime focus away from the Indominus Rex, it never got to see the light of day. Sure, it has appeared in some mobile games and even the first Jurassic World Evolution game as well. We have also seen its official concept art as to what it should have looked like if it did appear in the movie. It seems to be taking the mixed genome of a Stegosaurus and a Nasutoceratops. And this could even explain why we saw Nasutoceratopses randomly appearing in Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock and Jurassic World Dominion, but nowhere else. But when we compare its design and purpose to the rest of the franchise's hybrids, I think it's safe to say we should really be putting them this low on the list. But the next creature narrowly beats out the Stegoceratops simply because of its weird, wacky and cool design, the Amargazinosaurus. This is a fan-given name to the dinosaur that we see on one of the computers within the computer lab, similar to the Stegoceratops and the Pachycephalosaurid hybrid. However, this dinosaur seems to primarily take the body of a Therizinosaurus and has been fused with an Amargasaurus for its long spine spiked going down its neck. This design of the creature is just so over the top, but so nicely put together that for me, it's my favourite one of the ones that we didn't get to see alive. Not only that, but it would also explain how there was Therizinosaurus DNA being used in the Indominus Rex, kind of like a matchup comparison to each creature. While there isn't too much to speculate about this creature for now, it just looks really cool to me, and out of the ones we only saw on the computer, definitely the best one. I really want to see it someday, even just like a mod or something in Evolution 2. Now we start to move into the 4 hybrids that did in fact appear alive in canon, but the one taking the lowest spot would be the Spinoceratops. The Spinoceratops will take this lowest spot of these creatures as it's not really anything special. I mean, sure, a Sinoceratops mixed with a Spinosaurus is a pretty cool concept, but it was again kind of just thrown together with no real purpose and didn't really add too much to the story. It was kind of just a way to show that other companies are trying to replicate the potential of creating hybrid dinosaurs, and it's not just Dr. Wu. It would also explain further why Sammy went ahead with swabbing the Spinoceratops when they were back on Isla Nublar during Season 1. Taking a look at this little guy, he's very bog standard to be honest. It's just a Spinoceratops with a Spinosaurus spine, and it just eats fish and plants. Technically, we only really got to see their baby designs, so it is slightly unfair to use that as an excuse. But even just imagining what it might look like as an adult, for me, he has to be put down into 4th place. But now we move into the top 3, and may I just say that it's very close between these 3. But ultimately, I've gone with the Indoraptor in 3rd place. This dinosaur was extremely aggressive and overall designed for military purposes. The Indoraptor's birth was planned as merely a prototype, and we never really got to see the perfected model of this dinosaur thanks to the events that unfolded in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This dinosaur was accidentally let out through the middle section of this movie, and while it only showed up for half of this film, it's safe to say that it did cause as much havoc as it possibly could throughout its time on screen. Killing Ken Wheatley and 3 other people in the elevator all within a matter of minutes after being let out of its cage. It was ready to simply devour anything within its path, kind of like the Indominus Rex when she was trying to identify where she was in the food chain after she escaped. She merely killed for sport, but the Indoraptor was killing just for the sake of killing, which added a sense of fear factor into this movie, more so than any other movies besides that tent scene from the Lost World Jurassic Park. And overall, it's a really neatly designed creature with a lot of personality to it. But in 2nd place, we have the Indominus Rex. The Indominus Rex was essentially the 2nd hybrid dinosaur ever made, but the first one we actually get to see within the movies. She was set to be as large as a Spinosaurus and perhaps even bigger. She was only 3 years old in Jurassic World, so you can only just imagine how much larger she would have been if we were to have seen her fully grown. That's just hitting crazy numbers. While some may look at her as just a big large carnivore, I don't think people really give the scientists enough credit for creating such a physically working creature, maybe not mentally, to the size that it's able to grow and compete with the likes of the Spinosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, and even a Giganotosaurus. The amount of genome used in this DNA too was just absolutely absurd. We have Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor, Giganotosaurus, Therizinosaurus, some Carnotaurus and Rugops DNA, and other small specimens of dinosaurs all mixed together for this behemoth. Because of her sheer size and design, I was really impressed when I saw her for the first time in Jurassic World, and she really left a mark within this trilogy. So much so that Jurassic World has always had a special place in my heart. But she does not compare to the Scorpios Rex, which takes the number 1 spot on this list. Born in April of 2009, this dinosaur was the first ever hybrid dinosaur made in the timeline of Jurassic. Using the DNA of the Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor, Carnotaurus, and quite possibly even some Spinosaurus and Monolophosaurus DNA, this dinosaur was not and would have never have been ready for the public appearance. It was just too erratic, dangerous, and overall just too deadly to be shown off. Dr. Wu had to put this thing into cryogenic freeze after he disobeyed the orders of Simon Masrani. When Season 3 was approaching and we learned that this teased dinosaur from the end of Season 2 was going to be a hybrid, I was very concerned about it. I didn't want it, and quite frankly, I wasn't too excited for Season 3 anymore. However, my emotions and opinions did a complete 180 on that once I got to see the season and dinosaur, and it ended up being not just the best season in my opinion, but the best Jurassic project ever since Jurassic Park. I know, there's probably some people out there who are going to kick my ass for saying that, but that's how I felt. It was filled with horror, emotions, and danger that was balanced so well with a great set of storytelling and Easter eggs. And the Scorpios Rex was the main carry of that. Its slow reveal throughout the episodes and its main focused episodes were just brilliantly put together, to the point where I was sitting always thinking that this dinosaur is truly the best hybrid. I just hope that maybe someday we'll eventually get to see this dinosaur again, because it definitely deserves just that little bit more story and mention throughout this franchise. It was truly amazing compared to the other hybrids. But yeah, that's how I rank all of the hybrid dinosaurs that we get to see throughout Jurassic World. I really enjoyed making this, but I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. So feel free to let me know your personal thoughts and how you would rank these 7 species and why. But for me, the Scorpios takes the crown. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. But most importantly, all I ask for from you guys today is to make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you, did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.